Welcome back to the Python programming session. In today's session, let's see the file dialog in Tkinter. So when does it comes in handy? So whenever the user is developing some GUI application, he may need to select a file from the file browser. So in this case, the file dialog box comes in handy. It displays the list of files for the user to select in the specified directory, and the user can select the file of his choice. So what are the functions for using the file dialog? We have to firstly import file dialog as fd. Fd is the alias name for file dialog. We can give any other alias name as well. And when we import file dialog, it has a method called askopenfilename. So with the help of this, we can fetch the path of the file selected by the user. Today let's look into askopenfilename, and in our next session let's see askopenfile. So friends, let's look into it practically. So initially I'm importing Tkinter. Next I'm from Tkinter import file dialog as fd. The alias name which I'm giving is fd for file dialog. Then I'm having my main Tkinter screen. Then let me give a title to my screen by saying win.title. Let me give it as Tkinter open file dialog. So I'm giving the title for it. Now let me give me a geometry for the window. Let me say 200 pixels by 200 pixels. So the Tkinter screen has the title Tkinter open file dialog, and the dimension of the screen is 200 pixels by 200 pixels. Now let me have my button called button1 equal to button. Place it in the main window. Text for this is open a file. Text equal to open a file. And when I click on this, it should call the function select file. So the command, in the command I'm giving select underscore file. And now I have to place my button onto the main screen. So let me say button1 dot pack expand equal to true. So I packed it onto the screen. Now let me run the code. I get a button basically. Okay, select file is not defined. So let me remove it for now. Now let me run my code. Let me close the previous windows. Now let me run the code. I get a button calling on the text on the button is open a file. Nothing happens when I click the button because I have not given any functionality. Now let's give some functionality. So command is equal to select underscore file. So it calls this particular function. Now let me define this particular function underscore file, and now I have to have a dialog box. So let me give file name equal to fd. The alias name for file dialog is fd. So let me give fd dot ask open file name. This is the function which is present in the file dialog module. So when I give this particular function, it takes in some parameters. The first one is title, I'm giving it as open a file. The next one is in which directory you want to select the file. So initial directory, I'll give it as d:/. So this is my initial directory. And next is file types. What all types of files we can select from the file browser. We have to specify it over here. So let me give it as file types. File types, I'm giving it equal to file types, or let me give it as type. Let me give it as types. And here let me give a list of the file types which it is selecting. So types equal to, in the tuple format, I'm passing the type of files which the user can select. First is text files. Let me give it in quotes, text files, comma, star dot txt. Next is all files. So let me give it as all files, and let me give it as star dot star. So these are the types of files, that is text files and all files. So file types is equal to types, and within types I'm having text files and all files. So basically my file name is equal to filedialog dot ask open file name. Title for it is open a file. It has to search in the directory D drive, and file types is equal to text files and all files. Now let's see what file name, what will be the details in the file name. So I'll say print file name. Now if I run the code, I get open a file. If I click on it, the file browser gets displayed and it is showing D drive because I given my initial drive as D drive. So it is highlighting D drive. It has selected D drive. And within D drive, I have got the following folders. So now let me select data file. It's a text file. And here file types, it will have text file and all files because these are the two types which we have given in the program. So it will have text files and all files. So I can select data file, which is basically a text file. So I've selected from the D drive data 5. So now if I say open, I get the path d:/data5.txt. So basically my file name will give the path of the file which has been selected by the user. So that is nothing, path is nothing but D drive, and the text is data5.txt. So when we give ask open file name, it will basically give the path of the file selected by the user. So file name has got the path of the file selected by the user. Now how can we read the contents of this particular file? So for this I give a file pointer, open, path of the file name is present in file name, and I want to do in the read mode, I want to read the contents, and then I'll say print file pointer dot read. So we have got the path of the file name from ask open file name function. After getting the file name, I'm giving the I've given the file pointer, opened the file in the read mode, and then I'm reading the contents of the file. Now if I execute it, it will show the button open a file. When I click on it, it will call the function select file. Select file will open the file dialog box. So when I click on it, it will open the file dialog box. Let me select data file, which is a text file. Now if I say open, it's opened the file, and the file name is having the path of the file selected by the user. Then when I'm reading that particular file and printing it on the console, the details of the file gets printed. So these are the details present within datafile.txt, and these details have been printed onto the console. This is for a single file. If we want to select many files, we have to give ask open file names, and so all the file names will be returned in the tuple format. So friends, hope so it was clear for you. Basically, in the file dialog box, we have ask open file name function, which helps us to select a file, and it returns the path of the file name. And by giving a pointer and then reading that particular file name, we can print the details onto the console. So today we saw about ask open file name function. In the next session, let's see about ask open file. So ask open file, it returns the pointer to the selected file, and we can directly read the contents of the file. We need not have a file pointer and open the file. We can directly with the file pointer, we can read the contents of the file in ask open file function. So hope so friends it was clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button, and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.